Hi, I'm Lisa DiBenedetto, the Internet Wedding Channel. We are Between the Palms with Dave of DK Productions in Lyrical Lens. Thanks for being with us, Dave.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thank you.
So Dave actually has an amazing business with multiple different facets to it. So we wanted to invite him down and kind of find out a little bit about what you do for your clients. And that way maybe you could school some of our clients on what to look for when they're looking for a vendor. So can you tell us just a little bit about your business and what you guys do differently?
Sure. So we are a full-service event company offering DJ entertainment, photography, videography, which is more of a short format cinematography, as well as lighting and photo booths.
That's awesome. Okay. And do you find that a lot of your clients utilize you for all of the aspects of their wedding?
90% of our weddings that we do are actually full service. They're hiring us for 4 or more services.
That's amazing. So you really find that brides like working with you, and with working with you, they can really limit the amount of people that are taking part in their day. So it's a little bit more private, and it's not as, so many people being part of their day that don't know them well. They're really getting to know you.
There's several benefits to it. The first benefit, I think, is the fact that instead of having to communicate their vision to 4 or 5 different companies, they only have to do it once, and then we're able to work with them on their vision through all those different services, helping them put the puzzle, the pieces of the puzzle together, instead of making sure that the DJ and the photographer are all talking, when it comes time for their wedding day. But the benefits go further from that to day of coordination that we work with them on making sure everything's running smoothly. But the biggest thing is the savings that they actually will get in their wallet, because you have one overhead versus the overhead of 5 companies.
Okay.
So I don't think a lot of people really understand why we can offer the prices that we offer. But if you total up what the average price of a photographer and a videographer is, we're able to build more value into that. Because we're one company, we've reduced those overhead costs.
That's really amazing that you offer that. I personally, as a wedding planner, I don't have that happen where I work with one vendor for multiple facets of their day, which is great, because I'm sure you find too, when you're working on that timeline with a bride for her wedding day, it's a lot easier talking to one person instead of 4 different vendors to figure out what you're going to do, cake cutting, what you're going to do for the ceremony, the music, the feel of the night. I think that's really exciting that you do that. And I know you mentioned to me earlier that you do some different items that are coming up for 2017. Do you feel comfortable telling us about any of those yet, or keeping them a secret?
Well, some of them I can tell you, some of them I can't. We are test piloting a couple new things for this year that is going to be more of a surprise for our clients as we go through the upcoming wedding season. But new for 2017 is going to be digital downloads. We're moving away from the traditional DVD with a printed case, which, as much as we love it, my fiance, who's the photographer, loves designing them because she's all about doing the whole pretty. It's wonderful. But technology has advanced so far that even computers aren't coming with optical readers in them anymore. They're now just USB devices. Your TVs have USB devices that can play files and do slideshows, DVD players. So, with the millennial generation, technically savvy couples that are getting married, we want to stay at the forefront of that, which is one of the things that I think gives our company the edge. Is we love technology. We're kind of geeks.
I like geeks. That's fun.
So we and I actually wish I had brought one for you. We have a beautiful USB drive that's engraved with the couple's name on it in a nice box with a magnetic closure that has their name engraved on it, and all their photo and video files will actually be going on this USB device. So. But our packages will start with a basic digital download package, and then move up to including the USB devices. But all our packages will have the digital download for them, so they can get access to their photos very, very quickly. Some of the things that we're doing are actually going to also shorten the lead time for them to get their photos, because we know a lot of these brides want their photos
we like to see what we look like. Yes, we do like to see what we look like. And speaking of that, so you said your fiance, so you are engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what have you found in your planning that has been hardest? Being in the business and being a groom-to-be, have you found with either vendors or just finding a place to get married? Has anything been hard so far?
The biggest challenge is always going to be finding the place. You know, you know, having been married once before, it's a little different this time. I don't know if it was just easier then because it was so long ago and things were different.
Sure.
But there are a lot of new challenges that couples are going to face when they're trying to plan their wedding. One of the biggest reasons why is just because life itself keeps us so busy.
Absolutely.
It is so hard to actually find time to plan a wedding. It's one of the reasons we were actually hoping to get married this year in July, and it's looking like we're going to have to push that off a bit because we haven't been able to get anything done.
That's right, people. We have lives too, and it's hard for us to figure it out. So we all understand how hard it is for a bride or a groom to figure it out as well.
Absolutely. And so when I talk with clients that, you know, we're potential clients that we're meeting now, I am able to relate with them very, very well, even more so than before, having done this before. You know, I could say to them, you know, I'm doing this myself right now, so you know, I can tell them they're not alone in this process. And a lot of times, because they come in, they don't know the questions to ask.
Sure.
So we're able to help them with that, and you know, well, these are some things that you should be looking for. But we've even had some challenges with finding the right venue. You know, places that have, you know, you want to get married on a beach, but the room doesn't quite have the look that you're hoping for.
Sure.
But then you go to this room and it looks great, but there's no beach. So things like that are often a lot of times what I know couples are looking at. And as a matter of fact, I mean, I just talked with one couple today, texting with them. Texting is so great. They're having their wedding in Springfield, and they're looking for a caterer who does vegetarian style meals.
Oh, okay. All right.
And they're having such a hard time finding a caterer who's willing to accommodate their menu. So I told them I would help them and ask around, so I've been doing that today, trying to help them out. But it's true, it's just, you know, whether it's just a caterer because you're getting married in, you know, a house in a park or a tent in a backyard, or you're looking for a full-on venue, I think that that's going to be the biggest challenge that they're going to face now, especially because there's so many venues that are opening up.
Absolutely.
So,
gorgeous venues, different for every couple. Do you have something in mind that you're thinking for a venue, a certain style or feel that you and your fiance feel most comfortable with?
Well, you know, I have a unique perspective because I work at a lot of these venues.
Sure, absolutely.
So I kind of know what goes on behind the scenes, what happens, you
There's
know.
lots of fun things that happen behind the scenes. Only that we see.
Yeah, and you know, well, that's part of my job too, is to make sure that they don't see those things. So, so I have a unique perspective on and going, well, you know, I really like the food at this place, but just some of the things that they do. So we have to keep weighing those things back and forth. Obviously, I'm no different, even being in the industry, I'm no different than any other couple getting married. That you have a budget.
Absolutely.
And you have to plan around your budget. And I ask a lot of couples, I'm amazed though, that there's a lot that actually don't have a budget.
Yeah. It's so important because if you don't have a budget, you don't have a starting point.
Right.
I mean, you could fall in love with your packages and then realize that you're not in their budget. And myself as well, I try to, you know, make it happen so that I can do their wedding, but there's only so much you can do price-wise to help them. Yep. So that is one thing that is super important, is a budget. Start with what you know is going to work for you and your fiance, and then from there contact someone like Dave or myself and see how we can help you work within that budget and really create a special day. So we'd like to thank you, Dave, for being part of our internet wedding channel, Between the Palms.
Thank you.
It's been an awesome talking to you. If you would like to talk to Dave more, we'd love for you to contact us and we can give you his information. And we look forward to speaking with you in the future about these exciting new 2017 items that you won't share with us, Jeff. So.
I'm excited. Once the testing is done and we're able to go full public with it, you'll be one of the first people to know.
All right, we'll have you back on. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.